What up, people? Coach V, New Breed Boxing. Great question today. What size gloves do I need for heavy bag work, sparring, and competition? So I like to follow the guidelines of USA Boxing. They determine the size of gloves that you're going to wear in competition by your weight class. So from minimum weight, 107 pounds, all the way up to 140 pounds, you're going to wear 10-ounce gloves in competition. From welterweight all the way up to super heavyweight, you're going to wear 12-ounce gloves in competition. And I follow suit, with that weight class and glove size calculation into bag work because I feel it's good to keep that sense of familiarity. There's no logic in, fighting with 12-ounce gloves and then wearing 20-ounce gloves for hitting the bag. Some people say they like the resistance or whatever. I personally think it just throws your accuracy off because if you're used to using a bigger glove for training or whatever, and then you switch to a smaller glove, you're going to notice your accuracy is going to suffer a little bit. It's going to throw you off a little bit because you have much more real estate and bigger surface area to strike with. And when you get that reduced down, if you're not the most accurate puncher, you're going to notice you're going to be missing a lot more punches than usual. The only exception is now when you're sparring, you have no choice. You have to wear bigger gloves for sparring for safety measures. This is something that's universally understood across the board in all boxing gyms, but there's a little bit of a variable. So when you're going to other people's gyms or other people coming to your gym, you got to set the rule as far as what is acceptable. Now, that's all to the coach's discretion, but in my opinion, if you're 140 pounds or lighter, I would prefer you to spar with 14-ounce gloves. 16-ounce gloves are universally accepted anywhere you go. There's nobody that's going to dispute you bringing out 16-ounce gloves to spar, even if you're a small fighter or a bigger fighter. But the 14-ounce gloves, some guys have an issue with that, I've noticed here and there. So I guess if you're in the lighter weight class, it's kind of good to have both, just to make sure that you're not left out of the equation as far as sparring is concerned. But again, if there's a 2-ounce weight difference in competition, I think you should be sparring with the lightest but safest gloves you could possibly spar with. And that's pretty much it. One more tip I'll give you is you want to make sure if you're competing, you have 3 lines of gear. You have your competition gloves, which you only use for competition. You have your sparring gloves, which you only use for sparring. And you have your bag gloves, which you only use for bag work. I see guys all the time in sparring jump out the ring and then jump right on the bags and start working the bags. It's not like the end of the world, but it is going to wear out those gloves and it is going to wear out the padding eventually. And it's just much more wear and tear in the gloves. And I just think it's better off to preserve those gloves because they're made for a specific purpose and you're going to use them a lot less than you're going to use your bag gloves. So I think it's always good to try to preserve those and your competition gloves and, just take good care of them and keep them as intact as possible for as long as you can. So that's pretty much it. So again, you got your bag gloves, which is going to be the same weight for your weight class. Again, 107 to 140, 10 ounces. 147 to super heavyweight, 12 ounces. Sparring wise, the smaller guys can get away with the 14-ounce gloves. 16s are always going to be accepted. If you're a bigger guy, again, 16-ounce gloves are good to go no matter where you go. So, hope you found this informative. Like, subscribe, comment, share. Go check out my Instagram, coach.v_. Till the next time, we out of here. Out.